Mass Effect 1. So I guess we'll see how this goes. There's a lot of dialogue and talking, so I might not talk all that much. Put a thing up here so I can see if people, like, send messages to me. I don't know if that displays on the YouTube stream. I'm kind of regretting it, because probably no one's going to come in and say anything, and it just looks terrible. Like, giant fucking blob over in the corner. Oh well, let's talk to
Commander,
Kaidan.
I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we
It's terrible. I cry every night about it.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to
Oops,
save
I think I
him.
just did that.
I was there. You did
Oh,
everything
okay, no I didn't.
right. It was
At the very
just
least, he said
bad
something
luck.
different this time.
It's been a hell of a shakedown cruise. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I never met my parents. If they wanted to see me, they'd have contacted me after that mess a few years back.
Oh, that's right, a cruise. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Nice, I got Paragon points. I'm such a nice person. Okay. Okay. So yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to everyone. I'm gonna go through their dialogue options.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
It's
How'd
really
you end up
not
serving on
optional,
the
to be honest with
Alliance
you. You need to get as
I
many
enlisted
Paragon
right out
or
of med
Renegade
school.
points as possible, or else you
Earth
can't
always
unlock
seemed
certain
boring,
conversation
safe,
options, and
too secure. I
you can get a poorer ending, I think. Actually, I'm trying to remember, what endings are possible in Mass Effect 1? I think it's actually only the one. On Mass Effect 2, in Mass Effect 2 and 3, people can die, but in this one, 2 people can die. One, you need Paragon or Renegade points to save. The other dies no matter what.
The Alliance always needs good doctors.
I'm trying to think about it. I don't think there are a lot of endings in this one. You know, alternate endings. The big one is if you kill your... Well, I'll mention this when we meet him, but there's the squad mate, Rex. You can kill him, and the sad thing is, on my original playthrough of this, he's the only character I killed. The conversation where he dies really caught me off guard, and I said a conversation option thinking it sounded kind of funny, and then someone just comes up and shoots him in the head. I'm like, oh fuck, can I redo that? I played throughout the level like, yeah, he's not dead. It's gonna turn out there was like a Bible or something inside of his head, and it stopped the bullet. No, he died for real. He's missing in the next 2 games too, and because he's such a major character, it's just there's this gaping fucking hole. He gets replaced by an NPC that sounds kind of like his name. I think it's Reeve or something. And it just rubs it in your face constantly that you killed him in the first game. Killed this Rex guy.
Humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep
I like Dr. Chakwas. She's one of the NPCs in this game that they kind of gave a personality to. It's kind of... I mean, at the very least, it's kind of more fun talking to her than, say, Commander Presley.
Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special.
It's kind of cute. Out of all of the NPCs in the game, like, so you've got Dr. Chakwas, right? And she's like, I love being a medic. It's just, it's so great. I love doctoring. It's my life's call. I was gonna say my life's duty. It's her life's call of duty. And then, like, in the next game, there's this person who's, a reporter. Or is she in the third game, maybe?
But he has an
Sorry, I'm really going to be talking over these people, to be honest with you. There's so much fucking dialogue in this game. Like, it's just constant, non-stop dialogue. You can totally read through what they're saying on the, I have subtitles on.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics.
Oh yeah, Lieutenant Alenko is like certifiably insane because of his implants. Tragic.
Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just
Oh,
gets
but yeah, okay, so in the second or third game, I think it's both. You have this reporter on the ship. It's the third game, just the third game, I think. And she just has these giant fucking tits and this tight-ass fucking dress. So you've got Dr. Choklos, who's like, I am a doctor. I go with my crew into space. And then she has this, like, heartwarming thing. Then there's just, like,
Jenkins was a
fucking spaceship tits over in the corner like, hey, you want to bang? Well, it's a very different cast of characters, really. Well, not different cast of characters, but they're very different characters in the same cast.
Do you really believe that?
Oh, don't get attached to Ashley. I haven't decided if I'm gonna bang Caden yet. In the first game, you don't get a ton of options on who you can romance, and you get like an achievement for it, so you kind of want to do it. So I don't know, but if I end up romancing Caden, she's just gonna like explode during one of the later missions.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Honestly, it's not that sad. She's like this really weird character that it's like, oh yeah, Ashley, I saved her on that first mission. And then half her dialogue is just like, she hasn't said a whole lot yet, but it's just all like, fuck aliens, man. We gotta like go across the universe and spread humanity's seed. Hell yeah. And it's just like, where is this coming from, Ashley? Were your parents murdered by aliens? Like, there is some baggage here. But yeah, I'm probably gonna leave her for dead in a later mission. It's either her or the guy with the psychic implants that's insane, Caden. Oh yeah, there's these things called codex entries. You can kind of walk around and look at stuff and you'll pick them up. They're basically... Let me see if I can find it. It's in here. You have a little menu here. You can read this. So, it's something you can do on your own time if you happen to pick up this game or have it. It's a bunch of world building stuff like, how does Mass Effect fields work? How do Mass Effect fields work? Etc., etc. Kind of explains the sci-fi technology that they created for this, like, that they made up for this game. This is, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but some people delineate different types of fantasy narratives into, like, high and low fantasy. Low fantasy is just kind of like, and I might be mixing this up with a similar set of terms, but low fantasy is just like, it's not very well explained. It's more of a cartoon universe. Like, it relies on, like, commonly expected tropes. You don't really explain things. There's not, like, a lot of emphasis on logical consistency, whereas, like, high fantasy and high sci-fi, like, has these really defined rules and expectations. Like, it's an internally consistent universe. To be honest with you, the difference between high and low sci-fi and fantasy is how well the world is built. Low sci-fi fantasy means it's just shit. Well, that was a codex entry. I thought that was going to trigger a cutscene. Oh, here's another codex thing. Nav Manual 1.4. You get experience points, I think, for picking this stuff up. Joker's always fun to talk to. He has a professional voice actor.
I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Well, even though this was a 360 PS3? Yeah, I guess that's the PS3 era game. Still pretty beautifully rendered. It has some nice scenes like this.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size is
Oh, yeah.
Why so touchy?
You can get that blown up later in the game.
Firepower too.
I probably won't.
Look at that monster.
You either blow
Its
up
main
that
gun could
ship
lead to
or the
various enemy
council
ship in
who
the
we're
Alliance
about to
fleet.
meet here.
Good thing it's on our side then.
So, something to think
Citadel
about, I
Control,
suppose.
this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
I mixed up high and low sci-fi with hard and soft sci-fi. That's it. That's what I was looking for. So yes, hard sci-fi or hard fantasy is a fictional world that is well developed, and soft sci-fi fantasy is basically just bullshit.
Step in if the Geth attack
There's more nuance to it.
Colony?
Not everyone would agree with that, but that's basically what it comes down to.
Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Good one there, Ashley. You're not supposed to like Udina. This is very clear because every time he walks into the room, everyone acts like he just took a giant fart. But honestly, I think he's a great character. He's kind of funny in this, like, weird, sarcastic way. Like, he gets some real zingers in there. Cool, I didn't think I was gonna make that. That gives me a side mission. I can go fuck around on, like, one of the little planets. They have side missions in this game, in all of the games actually, and in this one, they're particularly painstaking. You go out in your piece of crap Land Rover, and, like, you find a very simple... All of the worlds... Okay, so you know how this world is, like, beautiful? Look at this, like, there's tons of detail everywhere. There's different rooms. There's people with names that all look different. Like, it's not all... Well, sometimes it's the same character model, but it's not all the same character model.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassadors up the stairs.
The little side missions take place on these, like, tiny fucking planets that all look like the same planet. You find one small building that looks like a warehouse with nothing idiosyncratic or interesting in it.
You know who
and
I
that's
am?
it. And you have, like, 50 of these things to do.
I receive reports on all new...
You get very little for completing them, too. Not a lot of Paragon points, not a ton of, like, money or anything. But I might do all of them. I really want to do a completionist run of this game because it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies
You
are
too
the
good
hub
for
of
me?
all Citadel
That's what I'm trying to say.
When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
Alright, I'm good on that.
Have a pleasant day.
A lot of this is just going to be exposition. Since I played this game, I'm just going to kind of zone out while they talk. Here's, like, supposed to be an artificial... Not an artificial intelligence. This game makes a distinction between what they call VI and AI. VI isn't sentient. But that's the VI. I will not use it because I more or less know where everything is. That was kind of funny how she turned around and, like, clipped through reality for a second there. There will be a mild amount of derping around as I get situated and remember where all I should be going. There's a lot of different people you can talk to. Everyone's got a side mission, everyone's got to explain space culture. Ashley's probably there like, ugh, all these aliens. Being happy, having fun. Oh, here's this guy. Just wish I could blow them all up in a violent act. And that's just like, calm the fuck down, Ashley. Like, we're not going to be hate criming anyone. You can join Cerberus for that kind of talk, with that kind of talk. Cerberus is a terrorist organization you end up having to briefly work with in the next game. What kind of people watch Let's Plays? That's not how I wanted to say that. What kind of people, though, like, what draws people to watch Let's Plays? I usually watch Let's Plays of games that I've already completed for, like, the nostalgia factor and to, like, kind of bond with people over it, you know, so there's that social factor and the nostalgia factor. I also sometimes watch Let's Plays of games I'm thinking of getting or have heard are good. I feel like those are... I've been thinking about questions like that a lot lately because I sort of need to... Ah, cool. Thought I might have gotten some points for some Codex points for that, but I didn't. But I've kind of been trying to, like, predict my audience. It's like, what exactly draws people to these videos again? Do they already have the game? Are they thinking about getting the game? Do they just think my voice is, like, super entertaining? Let's hope it's that last one. So can get those other two things in any other video. Okay, this is rapid transit. That allows me to go just about anywhere pretty quickly. You know, in this, like, spaceport city thing. It was pretty nifty. I like the, like, 80s-ish, 90s-ish, oh, I see, laser aesthetic they've got going on. Technically, I should be going upstairs to talk to the council. That one chick at the beginning is like, oh yeah, just go down the hallway and up the stairs, and then you're there. But I'm not going to be doing that. There are a lot of different NPCs you have to talk to in this giant place, so I wanted to get my foot in the door early on that one. May as well go talk to the council, though. Alright, let's see. That's the way I came, I believe, and that went to that door I can't go to yet. Or maybe it was down there. Well, since half the place is locked up until I see the council, I may as well just go there. Oh, here's the place I was looking for. There's a bunch of odds and ends that happen in this portion of the Citadel, which is the name of this place.
What's this?
There's Bar Levon. He shows up in subsequent games. He's not, he's very boring.
One. Yes, you are the one called Shepard. The tale of
he's
how
a real
you survived
businessman.
the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Bar Levon. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
Tell me more about your job.
Yeah. Stop kissing my ass and get to the point.
Finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my
Just like a prostitute. You're hired.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
So you're embezzling.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest
Alright, he doesn't have
wonder
a
in
quest
the
for me
galaxy.
just yet.
It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species
We're at the
in the known
Citadel. The
galaxy
Presidium
acknowledge
is a
the
part of the
Council's authority,
Citadel.
on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
Yeah.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Sounds beautiful. I should move here.
Goodbye, Commander.
There's like a prostitute nearby. Somewhere. I forget what her name is. It's like Alora or something.
Ah, human.
Here's a born-again Christian.
This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Honestly, I'm good. The truth of this game is, I've never really noticed this to make much of a difference. I don't know. In the later games, your armor and weapon makes a huge difference, but especially on easy mode in the first game, it really doesn't. As much as you would expect. I don't know. Don't listen to me, though. This is the, like, one Mass Effect game that I didn't like enough to complete it on hard mode. I mean, it was okay, but, like, this game's very much unpolished relative to the later installments in the series, and playing through it feels pretty awkward, actually, after you played the other ones. That's just my opinion. This game is not bad or anything. It's still one of the greatest games I've ever played, in my personal opinion. I could go down that hallway. These little grasshopper guys are both very important to the plot, which I won't spoil, and they're also important to a side quest that comes up later. Should probably take note of where all those are. I have to scan all of them for this guy that's collecting data on them. He just loves those little grasshopper guys.
I've had my office rearranged 5 times.
Oh, here it is. I think this is where the prostitute is.
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
The consort.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
What exactly
However, do you do that?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body.
Can get you off in 5 minutes. Or your money back, just like when they used to give you free pizzas at Pizza Hut.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in 3 or 4
Damn,
months.
those are some magic fingers.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
Whatever is a consort.
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
You make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Yeah, in 3 to 4 months.
Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with her.
Yes, of course, mistress.
I wonder what her special power is. Is it touch? Is it music?
It appears the
Is it
consort
art?
has taken notice of you.
Is it
She'd like to meet
blowjobs?
with you now.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
I don't know. It just cracks me up. It's like, this is basically an avant-garde brothel, but everyone's like tiptoeing around it.
Welcome. It is a pleasure.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private.
Good story. I like the bubble couch.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
We're not ready for the happy ending yet.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Oh, hey, I'm the one that's supposed to be getting advice from you.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
Give me the deets.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Okay.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful.
They come back close again. Maybe they'll convince me to do this.
Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting.
This person just cracks me up. It's like, I didn't ask for that, but, you know, we can go down that path if you really need this, I guess.
I have to admit I'm a little nervous.
Okay, so I don't think I can do the thing with the guy in Korra's den just yet, but I think I'll naturally come across him, as I advance the plot. I think in like 1 or 2 whole plot points I'll actually be in that place. I don't know if it'll let me do that side quest while I'm doing the main quest. I think it'll put it on pause for a second there. Alright, I need to go back to the embassies and talk to the council. So, they're up in the Citadel Tower. This is one of the cooler areas in this entire game. It's just designed in such a neat way.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vakarian. I was the officer in charge of the C-Sec investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
This guy's about to become one of my BFFs. Gonna take him with me all across space. It's like, you don't like Saren? Hey, Saren just killed one of my squad mates. Back like yesterday. Let's team up. I almost said back last year. I was like, damn, that's a little... That is a long time ago. Let's Sorry, I'm like blown away by this. I was like staring at the texture of this tree as I tried to say that sentence. Isn't this lovely? I would live here. I totally would live here.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
Alright, I finally found the place where I advanced the plot. I knew it was somewhere in this large room.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you
He
catch
was
him
my
off
best
guard.
friend. I'd never
Captain
kill him.
Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision.
I'm sorry, I just have to point out, I love that one
we
guy's
allowing
robe that he's wearing.
How can I defend my
That guy, the one on the end, I love that robe.
I agree.
I just think it's very
Our
good.
judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add?
This fucking guy, this fucking getup, I wish I had that. I'd go as this guy for Halloween.
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
Udina's the realist. He's there like, well, what did you expect?
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race.
Now that might be a little
colony we have is
paranoid.
at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
You gotta love Captain Anderson, but you can totally see it. Everyone's just like, now, Anderson, we all know you think you should have been Spectre instead of Saren, and that he sabotaged you. And, like, you can almost see it a little bit. You can see that Anderson's got some baggage, well-earned baggage related to Saren.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
It's like he killed Nihilus, okay? We're with you, Anderson. Calm down.
Bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the
Yeah, see what I mean? It's where that one side quest is taking place, too. The prostitute wants me to find someone there.
In the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the
I
Shadow.
shouldn't call her that in that tone of voice. I actually am, like, all for the legalization of prostitution. Mostly just to protect prostitutes. They have no rights at all and get exploited relentlessly because of the prohibition on it. It's not like I want to use a prostitute or anything. I'm just saying it keeps people safer if it's regulated and controlled. In my opinion, you're free to disagree.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Oh man, there are a lot of conversation options. We're going to go through all of them.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the council.
He's just frustrated. The council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Okay. The Shadow Broker. Now that's a fun conversation topic. This guy's backstory gets massively expanded in the later games. Okay, so I did that.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined C-Sec about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. Roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human C-Sec officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in C-Sec now to stop protecting him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. C-Sec is better off without him.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100.
They're an endangered species.
Without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done. Like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
I love how much thought the creators of this game have clearly put into this universe.
Tell me more about the Shadow
It's
Broker.
very good. It's very
He's a
consistent.
necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game. And the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics. Doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
You and Saren have a history. What
I
happened?
feel like I've already asked this in
About
several
20
different
years ago.
forms.
I was part of a mission.
Yes, I've
Saren
seen
the
this.
Limit, but I saw how he operates. No
Okay, did I ask about Barlavan already?
Tell me about Barlavan.
He specializes in moving large. He's got an impressive client.
Okay, I'm good.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over.
Alright, I'm gonna save and take a walk. It's a beautiful evening right now, and I don't know, I've got restless leg syndrome. It's like a real disorder with real consequences, which is that I just feel kind of anxious if I'm not always walking around. So, I'm gonna go walk around. It's gonna be a real time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.